everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing before you leave. Also, if you do enjoy today's video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. So today is the second pay for the month of October, and my goodness, can you believe, guys, that we're in October? Like, I still am in awe of that Christmas is right around the corner, that we will be celebrating yet again a new year. How are you feeling? Like, do you feel prepared? Do you feel ready? Where do you stand right now when it comes to your Christmas preparation and just all of the busyness of the end of the year? I love this time of year, honestly. Like, honestly, I skip over Halloween and I go straight to Christmas. So that's just me personally. I know everyone, loves this particular time, but I just want to see how you guys are doing. Do you feel prepared with, everything? I know some of you may just be starting on your whole budgeting journey, getting your ducks in a row, but don't feel like overwhelmed. Start where you're at right now and don't look at your neighbor to the left or to the right of you. Just be inspired. And that's really what I hope that my channel is to you. I do a whole bunch of cash stuffing budgeting videos, and also you recently saw like an extreme budget challenge, grocery challenge. So I do things like that, and it's really just to make budgeting fun. It is a way for me to be creative, whether it be for getting groceries for the week, or because we're getting into the holiday season, it's gonna be sharing ideas of what you can get for inexpensive. Be creative with your gift giving. So if you wanna see videos like that, I just want your opinion. I'll probably still do it even if you don't wanna see it, but because this is, my creative space. But if you want to see videos like this, of me like sharing gift giving ideas, maybe DIY projects, crafts, let me know, because I love doing things like that. Anyways, that was kind of a lot, but I showed in a last video just the cash stuffing portion, but I kind of like sharing my budget worksheet, how I break things down, and then we'll get into the cash stuffing segment. So if you just want to skip directly to the cash stuffing, I'll make sure to leave a timestamp so you can skip to that part. For all the others that want to like kind of see the breakdown, then stick around. Okay, so first thing I want to let you know, these worksheets are available for free on my website. I have other things on there as well. It's budgetessentialsco.com. I'll always have it linked down below so you can grab your bundle. And I have other cash envelope printables on there as well. So as I mentioned, this is the second pay for the month of October. We always tithe, so that is the first thing that we keep right here on the worksheet. It's the giving section. This is probably the most important part in our personal finances, is giving back to God. What belongs to Him? He gives us 100% of what we have, but He only asks for 10%. So that's just my personal belief. I know not everybody believes that. So just, take it with a grain of salt if you don't agree with me, but this is our personal budget. Anywho, we always tithe. It's 10% right off the bat. That's why I always keep it right below my worksheets. And then we have this blessing. Now we are doing something a little bit different this month with our blessing, where we will not be withdrawing the cash for this like we normally do. We're actually already have the blessing set up of what we are doing with this funds. So $50 is going to blessing, and that's already been allocated for that particular purpose. So we're really excited and thankful to God that, He's the one that blesses us with our finances, and let's be a blessing to others, right? I heard the crafty budgeter, Brittany, say something along the lines, and I messaged her like, oh my gosh, there's this song by Israel Houghton. It's called More Than Enough, and it has the lyric, I'm blessed, blessed to be a blessing. So that's just what we live for, right? Let's just be a blessing to everyone, because this world would be such a much more pleasing place to live in if more people thought that way, right? If we were all like generous and just loving on each other instead of just being hateful, right? So that's just my spiel on that part. Well, anyways, we are left with $850 to budget out for. Now, if you are new, you're just tuning in to my budget videos, I have a video that is kind of going, I won't say viral, but it is my most popular viewed video, and that's really how people have discovered my channel. It's the how-to of using my percentage method alongside the cash envelope system. This is how we do our budgeting right now, today. Like since the beginning of us budgeting, we've done this and it's been tried and true. This is what has helped us not only get out of debt, but we've paid cash for 3 cars. Oh gosh, am I even wording that right? 3 cars we owned, we've paid in cash. And it's all due to this particular system, the percentage method. So I did a really good job with the explanation in that video. So definitely check that out because it's still what I do now. Within the percentages, we are aiming to live by 80% right now just because we have other goals in mind. So these are our fixed expenses, and our fixed expenses section we get off of this worksheet. Let me just show you that really quickly. It's this bill tracker worksheet right here. I've mapped out every bill that comes out of our account. And then these ones down here, these are the bills that used to come out of my business account, but I still maintain these subscriptions. It's my MailChimp email subscription. I pay $30.99. I have a PO box that comes out every 3 months, so every quarter, but we do want to like plan for that. And then our Amazon Prime. All right, let's go back to paycheck 2. Okay, so that's where we get our numbers. And we are also paying our credit card $45 each pay because I had mentioned this before. We did purchase our flights on a credit card. And I'm sorry, I have to take a sip of my coffee. So good. Anyways, we paid for our flights using my credit card. It's 0% right now, so we're just paying it. And I know I'm not gonna like pay extra interest for that. So I'm just paying that, and I know we're not gonna have a balance, so I'm not worried about that. Anyways, total fixed expenses comes to $642. We're still left with $207.91 left. And then we get into the variable budget section. These are categories that things tend to fluctuate, right? So we have my husband's personal spending. He uses his debit card. It's just easier for him. He doesn't use cash. But then the rest of these down here, eating out, gas, groceries, miscellaneous, my personal spending, those are withdrawn in cash because I do keep that with me. And then we have our checking account cushion. $10.91 is just going to be left in our checking account. We're not withdrawing that. So $67 is what is left over to budget for. And so now with that $67, it's less than what our first pay was. We were able to allocate a lot more for savings, but just because of some of these bills over here, like monitoring, that was actually supposed to be deducted last week, but I didn't write it down correctly on my bill tracker. Sometimes that happens, but with some of like these bills, the Disney Pass had come out this pay period, so we had to allocate for that. So that's why we have less to save for, which is, it's okay, you know, sometimes that happens. So these are the sinking funds that we will be allocating for. We have 2 that we'll be transferring to our online bank, which is our fun and gifts. And then these 3 down here, these are my cash sinking funds. I keep them in a binder, and we pay for these in cash. So the total for that is $32. We are left with $35 for being at a zero-based budget because we're zero-based budgeters. So now we get into this goal section, and this goal is for savings or debt payoff. So we want to build back up our emergency fund since we took so much already from our emergency fund for fixing our car. But I'm just thankful that we were able to use cash for that instead of putting it on a credit card, when our normal, you know, past self, we would have just gone ahead and swiped it and put thousands of dollars on our credit card. But now we have planned and we feel prepared, but we have to build that emergency fund back up because it's really gone down kind of below where we want it to be. So 27 is going back to our emergency fund. We're slowly building up our 1 month ahead. That's what the OMA stands for. 1 month ahead is just getting $4, and then our medical is getting $4. Now, medical is for co-pays and things like that, right? We have a health savings account. It does have a balance. We have roughly $400 in that. But my bank is now charging a $3 fee for having that health savings account. So it's a little frustrating. So we're trying to see how we can use that before it just gets eaten up by that $3 fee, because it's crazy. If any of you know anything about health savings accounts and how I could just roll it over maybe into a different health savings account, but I can no longer contribute to the health savings account because I don't have a high deductible insurance plan. There's a lot of like stipulations that comes with having a health savings account. So you have to look into that. I'm not an expert or anything, but I know that I can't have one because we don't have the proper insurance for a health savings account. But we did have that balance when I had left my job. So that's kind of a backstory. Anyways, this brings us to a zero-based budget. And now we are going to go to figure out our breakdown. So these are the categories that I will be withdrawing for cash. And let's just see what we need for the denominations. That way I can write it on my teller slip. The eating out, we said, is getting $10. So we're just gonna put one $10 bill. Gas is getting 30, so we're gonna get a 20 and a 10. Groceries is getting $60. And I think for groceries, I'm gonna do smaller bills for this, right? 20, 40, 50, 55, and 60. Miscellaneous is getting 1.5, and spending is getting, actually for my spending, I think I'll do a 5 and 5 ones. 5 and 5 ones. Beauty is getting 4 ones. Health is getting a 5 and 3 ones, a 5 and 3 ones, and then a 5. So let's add this up. Let's see how much total we need. So we have 10 plus 30 plus 60 plus 5 plus 10 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 plus 5. Okay, so $140 is the cash that we will be taking out of the bank. Okay, so now let's add up the denominations. So we have 2 20s down here, 2 20s. We have 2, 3, 4 10s. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5s. And we have 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 ones. So let's see if that adds up right over here. So these are 20s, that's 40, 40, and 5s, and then the 21s. All right, so that's 140, that is good. So now I'm just gonna transfer this information over to my cash breakdown little pad, and this pad is from Shop Glamorosa. I have all of this linked in my description box down below with a discount code, guys. 20% discount code for shopping with my code for the cash envelopes, the binder, these little pads. It's awesome. All right, so let me just transfer this over. This is the cash breakdown that I will be taking with me to the bank, so that way I can do the cash stuffing with you guys. So I will head to the bank, and I have my little envelope that I'm gonna keep in here. That way I won't have, you know, be wasteful with the envelopes that they give me, because I end up just throwing it away. So I'm gonna go with this to the bank and we're gonna do some cash stuffing, guys. All right, guys, it's actually the next day, but I came back from the bank just now and I did my withdrawal. So let's go ahead and just count this up. It's so easy when you have everything like prepared and ready when you're at the bank instead of trying to figure things out while you're there. But I went ahead and I withdrew the $140 that we already broke down here. And let's count up the money. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So this is $140. And let me actually just lay this out. That way it's nice and neat. All right, I'm gonna get this all organized. So no large bills, but there's no shame in not being able to withdraw like the large bills because you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So let me actually just move this back just a little bit. Okay, so we got the cash all ready, and now let's go ahead and grab my little mini wallet. I love this thing. It just fits so nicely in everywhere, all of the bags. So let's go ahead and take out the dividers. So I have my little dividers. I have some money that I actually have to deposit in the bank, and then I have some coin. So let's grab the coin, see what we're left with. So not a lot of coin, but I have my little jug, and let's see what we started with. So we currently have $17.81 in my little coin jug. And with all of this, we now have $18.41 in here. So this stuff slowly builds up, so that's pretty exciting. And we do have just a little bit of money left over. This is from groceries. So we are left with $5 from groceries, but I'm actually gonna just roll this over into the following week since we only are gonna be stuffing $60. So we will be left with $65 in our groceries. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll that over. If you can see, I have my little simple budget envelope and all of my cash envelopes right here in the yellow. These are the ones that I keep in my wallet. They're all zeroed out except for the $5 for the groceries. So I did adjust some of the change here, the 40 cents. So that way we're back to what is actually in that envelope. So I really like the convenience of that part. I know a lot of you have downloaded that app, so that's really exciting that I was able to encourage you guys to get that. All right, so let's get to stuffing our little dividers for my wallet. So eating out is getting a $10 bill. We're doing better with our eating out, I have to say. Gas is getting $30. So it's getting a 20 and a 10. $30 for gas. And then groceries, as I mentioned, is getting $60. So we wrote in here 120, 2 10s, 3 5s, 2 3, 1 2 3, and then 5 1s. We got 1 2 3 4 5 1s. So now we're just left with very small bills to stuff, but we're still stuffing. So don't ever feel like if you can only stuff with $5 bills or $10 bills or ones, don't ever feel like, oh, that's not enough. So I don't ever feel that way. So we're stuffing 60. We got 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. But we do have this $5 that we will be rolling over to the next week. So that way we'll have $65 worth of grocery money. All right, this is my personal miscellaneous. So we are stuffing $5 for that. And then spending is getting $10. And this is getting 1 5 and 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Okay. So my cash wallet is all done. So I'm gonna put this away. And now on to my sinking funds. So this is my newest member. I've talked about this. I did a whole unboxing, but this is my sinking funds binder. And let me put my little weight, which is a rock that was painted by my best friend. And it just says that he left the 99 for me. He loves me so. So it has a little sheep. I thought that that's super cute. We're gonna start off with our beauty envelope. Oh, let me actually add this in here. Update my Simple Budget envelope app before we forget. We are on track. Okay, and then I already added in my bills from our paycheck breakdown, and this is our sinking funds for our cash. So we're adding $4 into our beauty envelope. So this is getting $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so beauty now has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and $13, and that is what's on my Simple Budget envelope. Tracker. Okay, blessing is not getting anything. We did that electronically. Health is getting $8. So we have 5, 6, 7, and 8 in here. So health now has 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and $16. I actually have to go and buy some vitamins because we ran out of our vitamin D. I actually take vitamin D because I am vitamin D deficient, as a lot of people are who work in offices and stuff. So I have to get that. I'll probably go to Walgreens. Our pet envelope is getting $8. So that's this. I have this divided into our pet fare and our pet, which is for grooming and saving up for their vet visits. So our pet is getting $8. So we have 5, and then the 3 ones. So we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then I'm actually going to share what we're going to be doing with that savings challenge money that we saved last month. So in September, we did save a good amount of money from our savings challenges that we were a part of. So I'll show you in just a minute what we're gonna do with that money that I set aside here. And then we are stuffing my husband's sinking fund. This is the money that he did not spend in his bank account. So we are just taking that and saving it here. That way he can spend it with whatever he wants. And I also have my own as well. So he now has $5, $6, and $7 in his envelope for his sinking fund. And I also have $7 in here. So let's get to what we're doing with our savings challenge, and let's count this up in case you missed that last cash stuffing video. Let's count up what we did end up saving from our savings challenge, which is really exciting. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, $205, guys. We were able to save $205. This is not including the 100 envelope challenge that we were also participating in. And with that 100 envelope challenge, we're really not being extremely strict with that, because sometimes, you know, our pay may be a little bit less. We're not able to save as much for choosing one of those envelopes. But this is the fall savings challenge that we participated in with Budget with Friends, and then also the Budget Mom had her own September savings challenge that I had purchased in the beginning of the year. So the $205 is going to be going into our pet fair. And if you don't know, we're going away for the holidays, and we are taking our 2 dogs, which is a little costly to take the 2 dogs on a flight. So our goal is to save up $380 by December the 16th, and I broke it down like, let's try to save $32 a week for the next 12 weeks. But we have $205, you guys. Oh my goodness, $205. So we get to fill in this little tracker that I drew up. It's nothing fancy. I'm really like not an artist. I don't consider myself like to be an artist, but we're gonna roll this over into our pet fair, since this is something that is coming up. Like, we have to save, we have to figure out like what we're gonna do. So all of this is gonna be included in this. So now let's see what we currently have in this goal of ours to have that 380. So I'm excited. Let's count this up. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260, 265, 266, 267, 268, 269. Oh my goodness, almost at 270. 269. So we're gonna highlight. So 266 is right up here. So I'm gonna highlight like right below, because we're at 269. So we get to fill in 2 of these dog toes as well, so up to there. So I'm gonna use this highlighter, and we're gonna highlight this. That's so exciting, you guys. What are you using your savings challenge money for? I'm curious to know. Like, are you gonna be using it for Christmas? I know a lot of people are doing that, but this is exciting that we were able to do this. My coloring skills are not professional at all, but it's nice to have a visual, right? Have my little colored in paw prints. So now we just have two toes to fill in, and then we've met our goal. So we're a little bit above the 266, so that's why I colored in those toes. So that's really exciting. So I'm gonna keep this in our pets envelope, but right next to the other cash. And I just have it divided up. So once we go on our flight, our trip, we'll be able to pay that and not have to worry. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and it was motivating to you to know that budgeting, it doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to make sense to you and to your family. So thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you do like the video if you did like it, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.